Hello everyone, today I will review a watch that I recently purchased on the Amazon website, which is the brand name of the watch is Bersigar. So here's the box that it comes, a pretty standard cardboard box. Inside this we have another box. So let's open that one up. Okay, let's see what we have inside. So we have this kind of supporting polymer material, and then we have the microfiber cloth for cleaning. So nothing special, pretty standard. Then we have the Amazon 1 year warranty. I guess it's something that they offer you to register for, and this is basically, these are the I suspect that these are all Chinese brands here. Anyways, there's some kind of a warranty user's manual. Let's just look at this. Yeah, well, it's not filled in obviously, and then we have some description in the English. Yeah, it's only English. And then we have the watch itself. There's like a silica package, and then you see it comes also included in the package is this bracelet sizing tool to remove the links, which is pretty nice. But let's just take a look at the watch itself. Yeah, so I opted for a blue version, but there's also a black version and green version. The model number is for this watch is BG-1617. It's sort of the Tag Heuer Accuracer homage. So what I can say here, I mean, in the description it says that the case diameter is 47 millimeters. This is including the crown. This is this distance, but actually if you measure here it's about 43 millimeters. It has a sapphire glass. You can see the sapphire sticker. It says sapphire on the front window. It has a rotating bezel. It's 90 clicks. The bezel action is pretty good. There is some back play, but something to be expected at this price point. This watch has 100 meters water resistance, which you can see it here. It says stainless steel, water resistant, 100 meters. It has, as you can see, it has a display case back, and the movement here is a Seiko NH36A, a Japanese movement. What else can I say? It has a screw-down crown. The crown is labeled with this sort of Bersigar logo here. It also has a logo on the dial. Well, it's pretty straightforward homage of the Tag Heuer. So as you know, the NH36 has both the date and the day complication. I can say that the model I got has a pretty good, keeps time pretty well. Deviation is about 1 or 2 seconds per day, which is pretty good, but also not surprising since it's a Japanese movement. The bracelet is pretty standard. It's sort of semi solid end links. The bracelet itself is a bit sharp on the edges. One thing that I noticed that there's some kind of protrusion here. You can see here, this one of the links is kind of protruding. The end link is basically protruding from the watch itself, which can be a bit annoying for some people. But if it sticks, but it's sort of okay. But it's a bit weird looking though. The bracelet has solid links. It's a bit sharp. I can feel it even through this plastic here. The clasp is like pretty minimalistic, but it's also not stamped, so it's pretty good. The locking mechanism is pretty solid, I would say. What else? Yeah, so you can see that inside it's basically polished and brushed on the top, and the bracelet is brushed, entirely brushed. One thing I can say about this one is that this one has a certain flaw, and that's why I will probably send it back and try to get my money back. And one of the things obviously which most of the people look for in a dive watch is the quality of the bezel, and this is the, as I said, 90 glick bezel with a ceramic insert, which is really nice. However, if you look carefully here at basically at the very top, this lumpip is basically printed with a slight deviation from where it should be. So I mean, otherwise the watch looks pretty good, but this small detail is kind of an end. I mean, I'm not willing to put up with this kind of flaws. This is considerable issue for me because it immediately looks kind of cheap. And before buying this watch, I actually read that these Chinese watches oftentimes suffer from control quality issues. So I was kind of expecting that. Actually, if somebody was opting to buy this from China, I would recommend maybe going for like Amazon, because then you are sure that you can get your money back, which is safer. It's not unusual that these Chinese watches have this kind of quality issues, and they may vary. They may something that might be something that you are willing to neglect, and then there might be more serious issues. Otherwise, I mean, the watch actually looks pretty solid. It's pretty good. I mean, I can do a quick wrist shot. Basically, it's pretty good. It looks very nice in the sunlight outdoors. Although the case diameter is set to be 47 millimeters, it looks pretty okay on my 7-inch wrist, which I'm really happy about. Probably because of the lug to lug distance, which is not as big as you maybe probably expect from the 47 millimeter, the watch with the 47 millimeter diameter. Otherwise, it's pretty solid watch. Cannot say anything really bad except for this small quality control issue, which led to this poorly placed bezel insert. Yeah, so I mean, if I would recommend this watch, I would say yes, if you have a chance, like, to return it in case you have this kind of an issue. I saw a lot of good positive reviews on Amazon before buying this, and I thought I should take maybe a risk this time to see what I get. That's the thing with these Chinese watches, you never know what you get. And obviously, I mean, I'm not going to talk about any kind of horology here. This brand. This is just a Chinese brand. But yeah, I would say it's a solid watch. It wears pretty nicely, and the sort of the quality, except for this small detail, is pretty good. Timekeeping is very good, and the bezel action itself is actually pretty okay, I would say. The lume, I don't know if you will be able to see it if I turn off the light. Yeah, it's not so great, but you know, it's fairly okay. I mean, it's there, and it's actually two-color lume. There's a blue and the white color. It's not a Seiko SKS or anything like that, but so yeah, I mean, the screw-down crown. Yeah, so the crown action is pretty good. I would say it's not really. It's pretty standard to the NH36, NH35 movements. So it's also obviously it's a hackable movement, and also you can do winding, sort of manual winding, which is nice. And the time reserve on this, if I'm not wrong, is about 48 hours or so. Or 41 hours, don't remember precisely. But yeah, so one thing that I've noticed, there's small rubber on that when you screw down crown, so that it would seal it up. Better maybe keeping the water away. So yeah. Otherwise, I'm kind of not. I'm only disappointed about this one small thing, to be honest. Small detail that I got. This small defect. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Would I buy another one? I would say actually, yeah, if I get a decent discount. And this one I bought for 105 euros on Amazon DE. It's actually, you can get it for, sometimes when there's discount, you can get it for like 90 euros or so. In the British Amazon, the Amazon UK, I think it was 109 pounds, which is like 123 euros or so. So yeah, I mean, overall, I would recommend this watch, because for the price you're getting the sapphire crystal, getting the ceramic bezel insert. You get an overall pretty heavy, solid watch with pretty decent bracelet. So yeah, I mean, the quality is not fully there, but it's still pretty good. If you get lucky, you get a good deal. I would go for this. Okay, yeah, that's all I have to say today about this watch. Thank you for watching. I hope I gave you some useful information about this. I mean, you can look it up. You can look up the other reviews about this. There were not so many reviews on this particular model, so that's why I decided to do this short review. I might do some other reviews in the future. I really hope I can get my hands on some of maybe other models of this brand, or the Pagani design, which is basically the same brand as this one, the same company, just different name. So yeah, if you would like to see anything else reviewed by me, then please subscribe. Comment down below if you have any if you have any experience with this watch or you want to share it, what other problems you might have had, or what do you enjoy about this watch if you didn't have any, and would you recommend this to somebody, or how does this compare? Is there a better deal? I know that you can buy, similar Pagani design watches on the Aliexpress. They are much cheaper there, but I was not able to find this particular model that has a day-date complication and NH36A movement. There were a couple of seagull movements which are much cheaper, but then be careful if you buy it there, because some of them has a hard legs instead of sapphire and no display case back. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for me, and have a nice day.